Hello everyone, welcome back. So today we're going to be playing the Elder Dragon. And I want to face off against Viego, because I haven't actually taken Elder Dragon into any of these adventures from the nightmare side of things. Hopefully, because this is a 5-star adventure and I do have my Elder Dragon at 5 stars, I should be able to complete it with some level of ease. Not if I get terrible powers like this though. Since I have 8 rerolls and I do have increased odds of getting epic powers and items, I might as well just roll a bit here. None of these are good. All of these are common. How can I get 9 common powers in a row? What are the odds of that at all when I have a chance increase of getting rarer powers? Okay, no, now the game's just messing with me. I might as well just take something decent and move on, I guess. I'll reroll one last time. I shouldn't have done that. I guess I'll take the Disciple. At the very least I'll have some sort of card draw and early board presence. But this is not a good start to the run. I'll keep this hand, I guess. I can go Wounded White Flame turn 1. Or I can go for Cadegrin. It's also an option. I got the Blue Sentinel, so let's think this out. With Othrani Dragon Whisperer, I can go up to 6 mana next turn. I don't exactly need 6 mana, however. I'll do it. I'll play the Othrani Dragon Whisperer. And I suppose I'll trade like so. Next turn I'll go up to 5 mana. Actually 7. I miscounted. Well, going up to 7 just means I can do this. And then Stalking Broodmother. For Ocean Drake. That's going to be useful in the long run. It's going to allow me to go ahead and heal myself a little bit every time I summon one of my dragons and proc the other dragon's power or origin, I mean. Let's go for another Stalking Broodmother. Let's really develop a board presence. Then we back like so. Let's make use of our scout. Okay, the opponent's running out of cards. That's good. He still has a very threatening board, and he is going to get one Frenzied Skitterer next turn when he attacks. I will be in a bit of a pickle when that happens. Okay, I have buffs. I can buff up this unit and this unit in order to jump block. I no longer need the extra mana, so I want to go for the Elder Dragon next turn, so I'll hold the mana that I have spare back. I'd waste 2 of it, but I don't think it matters. Okay, I didn't know that the Spiderling encounter had I didn't know it had a removal, but now I do know. Not the greatest position to be in. Let's hope I can draw something good. Strafing strike, okay, that's decent. That thing's going to work immediately, isn't it? It is just going to get a while more once he attacks. So let's block here, block there. I'll block this one and this one. Sure, I suppose I'll go ahead and do this as well. Try to minimize the amount of damage I take. There he is. It's kind of lucky that we managed to hit another Elder Dragon. I think I wouldn't have been able to win without it, or I would have struggled a lot. Let's try and stop this opponent. Of course he can. Okay, that was rough, but I managed to win out in the end. Let's just hope that the rewards I get from here on out are better than the powers I was offered at the start. Earthshaker or Incisive Tactician. Honestly, Incisive Tactician is more tempting just because it's cheaper. Yone with Yasuo, Lux Illuminated, or Warwick. I'll reroll once. I wanted the more expensive units, but I might have to settle with this for this. Nah, let's roll once more. Okay. Galio is significantly better, I guess. Modern Drake is not expensive enough to proc my power, however. But Galio can come down at 5 mana. I think that is decent enough. Elder Dragon, Othrani Dragon Whisperer, Stalking Broodmother. I guess I'll keep these 3. I can play the Stalking Broodmother next turn. Wait, I start... Oh, it's the weakest. And I guess the Mountain Drake is the one that has the lowest amount of power, so it counts as the weakest. Okay, it makes sense. Well, in that case, let's give our Elder Dragon Spell Shield. I'll draw another, or another card. And then here I can either go Stalking Broodmother or Galio. Guess I have to block like so. Or like so. I'll rather block like this. That's unfortunate. I'll manage. Let's ramp a bit and heal myself in the process. Let's play this Stalking Broodmother. make use of our of the scout in order to go for multiple attacks here. Try to proc the reputation on the incisive tactician. I'm pretty sure he's just going to jump block my stalking brood mother, however, yep. I'm almost done with the incisive tactician. If he attacks into my units, I can actually go up to the amount of mana or the amount of damage dealt to get reputation and drop down the incisive tactician for one. I'll play the mountain drake. Okay. Let's do it like so. Proc the incisive tactician, which will allow me to attack this turn. Well, attack after I go ahead and play Galio as well, because I want to buff up my units. Let's attack like so. Let's see how he blocks. Yeah, I figured. I wanted the decision to be in the opponent's hands. I feel like he might somehow make a mistake and block the unit that wasn't Galio, and I would have been able to end the game there.
It will make its will known.
Let's see the opponent try and stop this attack. Okay, no, it just accepts his death. I should have figured. Oh no, he's actually playing cards at burst speed. It's still not enough to win. Bye bye, opponent. And even if he survived, I would have been able to attack it again because it dealt damage to my units and procced Galio. This is definitely going a lot better than anticipated, but I'm still upset about not getting that great of a power setup at the start. I can go Chemtech Drake, but I don't have a lot of spells, or I can go for Balin. I'm going to go for Balin. It's fun. Except Balin now is the one that gets summoned off of our power, I'm pretty sure. That's kind of a bummer. Honestly, these cards are pretty decent. Let's buy two of these, one of those. I'll forgo the power. It's not that great. We don't have a lot of spells that we want to cast anyway. And I don't want to spend a reroll there. I'll keep this hand. I'm pretty sure I get a Balin at the start. Yep. I'm just going to attack with the Balin and the Bastine Disciple. The opponent has a lot of, or a large board. But next turn I should be able to develop quite a bit as well. I can go for the Mountain Drake. And then I'll go up to full mana yet again. Let's just jump block there, block there, block there. Minimize the amount of damage I take. Taking 6. shorts a bit. Next
We
turn,
live in times of wonder.
I won't be able to do much actually. Maybe I should just drop incisive tacticians to lower the cost of my Elder Dragon. I'm actually going to do this. Ramp up as well.
Light the signal fires.
Sure, let's heal our Mountain Drake up. Then I'm going to attack yet again.
Impress me.
That's fine, because I'm going to get the Incisive Tactician down, and I also refilled my mana, so I get an Elder Dragon for free. Or basically free. And next turn I'll go for the attack. And in theory... No, I don't level up Elder Dragon. That's kind of unfortunate.
First let the blood, then stop the heart.
That's a waste. Why are you playing that card? Well, weird play from the opponent. Let's jump block. Like so.
Carry my spirit.
Let's attack like so. Try to ensure that I level up the Elder Dragon eventually. If not this turn, then next turn.
The day is young.
If I attack like so, Elder Dragon doesn't level up, but I do get close to killing the opponent. If I do this, yeah, I kill the opponent, and the opponent doesn't have an answer. Okay, that was tricky. I'm running out of value very quickly. If only I had a way to draw more cards, that would be nice. Patricide Hound, Sign-In, Molten Breath. Sign-In is exactly what I needed. Well then, no reason not to pick it up. And Solitary Monk or Shop. Well, let's trim our deck a little bit. The card that I should cut is probably the Wounded White Flame or the Blue Sentinel. I'm going to cut the Blue Sentinel. I don't think he is doing much of anything. Actually, I can cut both. Yeah, I'll cut both. Now, all of my units are at least 4 or more cost. So they have a bit more of an impact when they're played. I'll toss that. No, I'll keep it. Maybe if I draw an Elder Dragon, I should give it Spell Shield. I wonder if the opponent has removal. Let's see. It doesn't. Lucky me. In that case, I can just do this. Buff up my formidables by 1 health. Set up so I can either play the Alatis or let it be. Your dragon wounds target all dragon allies. I'm going to play hit, and I'll go ahead and hold for next turn. I'll survive this upcoming attack, and even if he does slay the Alatis, that's still not good enough because it has Deathless, so this turn I'll be able to play an Elder Dragon that's going to buff up all of my dragons by a lot. Now I can go ahead and clear most of the opponent's board without much issue. If I go... I can either go Balan. Actually no, I'll go for the dragon and then Galio. If I didn't draw the dragon here, I would have gone for another play. Why are you attacking with that? That's weird. I guess it's not that weird. He gets one of those for free every turn anyway. So there's no reason for him not to do so. Well then, let's go ahead and end the opponent's misery. Yeah, the Elder Dragon leveled up, so there's nothing the opponent can do.
So who's next?
Let's see if I get an actual decent power. Oh. Black Cleaver on Elder Dragon is a massive pickup. Now he can level up basically on his own attack. Converging timelines, not great. Wounded Prey is terrible, so is Noxian Might. I guess 2 early birds in order to summon 2 units from my deck. And I'm going for the Smooth Soloist, since even though I have an higher chance to get epic powers, I'm getting none of those. I'm just getting incredibly unlucky this run, aren't I? Oh well. And I drew both Balans. Now that's unlucky. If only I got to keep that mana, but I don't. Well, at the very least I'll get the opportunity to buff up my formidables by a whole bunch. And in theory, I should be able to go for an incisive tactician either right now or in the turn after this one. Why are you doing that? That's weird. Not only are you not saving the unit you just used, but you don't even clear any of my board. I'm just going to attack like so. Yeah, nice. I'm definitely going to win this game off of the back of Balan, because I'm buffing up my formidable units by a whole lot. Sure, I'll use the Shimon Wind to draw one. I have the spare mana. And I'm out on Drake's at 11 health. The Gali will come down with 13 health. Yeah, I'm in a great position. Sure, I guess if you want to trade your unit in like that, I'm not going to stop you. Let's further buff up our units.
Must be some magic about.
Galu is going to level up at the end of this turn.
I'm watching you.
The opponent's trying to mitigate the amount of damage he's going to take next turn,
Magic goes in, might comes out.
but it's not going to be enough. I'm just going to drop down the Elder Dragon and he's going to level up on his own, because it's a 24 attacker unit. Normally I would be concerned about the opponent high rolling, but it's fine. 70 the damage coming straight at his nexus. Just like that.
That was fun. So who's next?
We are kind of close to the end. I'd say, considering how well things are going, I'm in a great position. Rent allies, 2 enemies -1/-0, or capture unit or landmark. I'll capture unit or landmark. It's a form of removal. Analyze attack spawn 3. Reduce the cost of random card in all players' hands to 0 this round. Nah, all of these are terrible. Guess I'm picking up the Prophet of the Elder God. Nah, I'll use my last reroll here. Okay, that's good. Ramp is always good. Can't buy that. I can buy the Little Dipper. Or the Petricite Broadwing. Honestly, considering how much the Formidables are, or how well the Formidables are performing, I think the Broadwing is a decent purchase. He is going to be the card that gets pulled from now on from my deck for the early bird. I guess I'll just try to mulligan for the Balin. Or the Mountain Drake, I guess. Because it allows me to go for a very explosive turn 5. Actually first turn, because I start next turn mana. I can go Mountain Drake into Stalking Broodmother. Ooh, with Challenger. So I can force some good attacks. Or some good trades, I mean. And then let's attack with everything. Pull here. Pull here. Yeah, that's fine. That was a decent first turn. We managed to clear the opponent's board. We're not ahead in card advantage, but we're still relatively ahead. And I can go for Galio here. Buff up my board. I'm going to take 3 from the elusive. But Galio is going to level up here. So I'm in a decent enough position. I'll be able to start attacking twice on my attacking turns, and I'll be able to attack once on the opponent's defensive turn, so... Ooh, Balin. Yeah, you can block Balin all you want. It's not going to matter. Oh right, I forgot. Well, that's a waste. Oopsie. Ah, it's still fine. I can do this. Go for more attacks. I'll buff up the Balin. Ooh, got even more buffs. Please attack next turn, opponent. I'm sure that it's going to go great for you. He's not going to take me up on my offer, is it? Yep, he didn't. Figures. Well, in that case, I'm just going to go ahead and do this. Or I can summon Elder Dragon. I'll summon the Elder Dragon over this guy. Restore some health to my units. And give everything overwhelm. Just to ensure that I am in fact capable of finishing the opponent off. Just like this. I'm not even going to bother with pulling blockers with my challenger units. And there we go. Game over.
So who's next?
I'm going to head into a shop, but I'm not even sure I want to buy anything. Even if it's a power. I'm not even going to have enough money for a power, so... Okay, she'll have to run at the start of the game is nice. Ooh, Gorilla Lift. It's kind of synergistic with my deck. Explosive Finale, not so much. Mirror Mage. It's okay. Cloud Drake, however. Yeah, I'll pick up Cloud Drakes. 2 Cloud Drakes, I can't buy anymore. And I'll cut the card. I bought the Petrified Broadwings, but I can also just start the game with 2 Balens. What's the best thing that I can start the game with? Petrified Broadwings or Balens? I think they're both fine, especially considering I'll start with Shield of Duran in my opening hand as well. That means I can buff up the Petrified Broadwings a little bit. And if I get Mountain Drake alongside that, I'm in for an explosive first turn. In that case, I think the best thing to do is to just cut the Ruby-Dyed Conjurer, just to make sure that my later draws are more consistent and I don't throw a weak early game unit. Okay, let's toss that. I'll keep the Captain Arika actually, because I'm pretty sure I can just capture Viego if I need to. Okay, that's unlucky. We got Shield of Duran, not off of the Farsight Alteration. Let's play the Mountain Drake, see what the opponent does. Okay, that makes sense. Let's play the Captain Arika, capture the opponent's Viego. It's going to be a huge bummer for him to get rid of Captain Arika because she has Spell Shield. So let's just attack like so. I'm going to hold this guy back since I can buff him up anyway with the Shield of Duran. Okay, so we're now in a position where we have the same amount of cards the opponent has in hand, except mine are significantly better. Ooh, the opponent getting Invasive Hydravine is not that great, however. Well, he's gladly trading it in, so maybe things are not so bad for me. And sure, I'll mitigate the amount of damage I take by doing this. I'll go down 5 health, but it's alright. The opponent does get to have a Cloud Drake, but I don't think that's worrisome at all. I'll just play Galio here. Let's go for the impact. We're buffing up our board, my units are growing. We disconnected for a second. I'm not even going to bother with attacking. If I don't lose a unit here, the opponent isn't going to get one ephemeral copy of a unit that died last turn. Now I can just do this to go ahead and proc a rally effect for me. Now, what do I override? Honestly, I'll override this dragon. Since this Galio is fresh, I'll actually be able to proc the rally effect yet again, so I'm pretty sure I just can close out the game here. Even if I didn't deal exactly enough damage to the opponent, I would have gotten to attack yet again, so the game was more than over. That was indeed fun. I didn't expect things to take a turn for that in that direction. I was fully expecting Elder Dragon to play a major role in winning the games, but it turns out Galio was the one that did most of the work. So yeah, that will be it for today. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Goodbye. Till then.